Alright, so in the winter, Gerald shovels driveways to earn money. He earns $30 per driveway. The graph shows how much Gerald earns by the hour. So typically on a problem like this, you're going to read the problem, briefly look at the graph, and then find the question and what are they asking in the question. So if Gerald continues to shovel at the same rate, how many driveways can he shovel in 6 hours? So some key information. One, the question asks us how many driveways. So we're not looking for dollar amounts, we're not looking for hours, we're looking for number of driveways. So in this case, we want to figure out how many he can do in 6 hours. So as we go through the question, there's information in the text and on the graph. What does he earn in one per driveway? Means every driveway he earns $30. So our driveway is $30. How many is that? That's one. That's equal to one driveway. So the dollar amount is one driveway. So we're talking the dollar amount here is $30 per driveway. Now the question the graph helps us figure out, and we need to know parts of the graph. The y-axis going up and down is dollars. The x-axis is hours worked. So let's figure out what he can do, and what do we know? We know 30 hours, or $30 is one driveway. So if we go over to $30 and go across, how many hours does it take him to do that? Well, you can obviously see if you match these up. If you have this on your paper, I would encourage students to connect the dots here and say, okay, what do we have? We have 2 hours. So we have our hours, and it's 2 hours for one driveway and $30. A common mistake that people would make in this situation is they would continue the graph, and if they double this, which is 45, they double it, they would get to $90, and they would go over here and they would choose letter B as the correct answer. But go back to the question before you answer. The question says how many driveways. It doesn't say anything about dollar amounts, so we would need to cross off 90 because it's not the correct answer. Going back to our chart, we need to get an answer. So what are our choices here? Well, if I do 6 driveways, how much money are we talking about? How many hours would that be? If I put a 6 in here, how do I get from 1 to 2? I multiply times 2. 6 times 2 would be 12 hours. Is that the hours we're looking for? Not the case, so 6 would be out. Obviously, if I eliminated 90, it's not going to be 180, so the best answer, and let's see if it works out, if I do 3 driveways, how many hours would that end up being? It would be 6 hours. And if you match it up, it actually ends up being that $90. But remember, the question talks about the number of hours. So the best answer, the correct answer, is letter D, 3 driveways.